So as you can see, pretty much what we have here, and kind of take a look at where you're at. So remember earlier we were looking at the Bitcoin cross right there. So here's the
Yeah.
4 hour cross right here that happened. Pulled up, 4 hour pullback. Remember we talked about that 4 hour pullback? That's the re-entry right there, right? So that's that big push we had. Now, 4 hour comes down, crosses back, and then that's where we want to get back in here. When we cross back over, we're breaking up here. There's another nice little long that happened. Here's that pullback. And you are looking for that same scenario. Now, these longs, right? You can see right here, every time there was a long, there was a green moon that pushed that long. And then that red moon kind of flattened this out. Green moon pushed the long, red moon flattened this out. So right here, what you're really waiting for on this 2 hours is 2 hour moon.
All right. Yeah. Because right now the there's a red moon
Right,
on
right,
the
right,
top.
right. So right now, that's where you would get that push, is that you'd want to see a green moon here, right?
Right. Hold on. Let me take out a paper and a pencil.
So I'm recording this right now. I'm going to put this video back up for you, but that's where you can
Oh.
easily take a quick peek. But that's what we're waiting for, is we're waiting for that next green moon for the next push up on Bitcoin. So everything is going the way we want, right? We got the RSIs
Yeah.
ready. This is the entry.
And what? Let's say I join on a green moon, like my entry for the 2 hour. Um, how would you say? How would I take take an exit on the 33 minute as well on a long?
Yeah, so let's take a look and see if we can jump this out, right? So that's where the long is going to happen, right? That long hits, that's kind of like that move. Sometimes it hits a bit early, gets a double move, but that also depends on where the 4 hour is. Yeah, the 4 hour is right here. That creates that push. It has a pullback and then goes on a big move, right? So if this moon hits and that 4 hour is just about where this is at, right? You could see a short push up, the pullback, and then the big move. You see that?
Yeah.
So we're kind of like, that's where we're looking at. We're in the same, see where the volume is here? Now that's kind of where we're at here. Now this already has some volume. Now the bonus is take a look, and let's go back and look at the 4 hour here to see where that 4 hour was kind of like moving. So here, that 4 hour cross, we had that big move to the top. It pulled it back, had another big move, and now we can see right here that that 4 hour is starting to gear up again. You see? Now this
Yeah.
is, if this makes the move up, this would be a nice move because it's already at the bottom. So that's kind of where it was here. The problem is that we're dealing with that red moon right now, right? So that's where you need to see that green moon and this volume. And that's a lot of volume already, right? So you have to say to yourself, how much how much volume can Bitcoin have, right? And this is where you kind of
Yeah.
have to go to your coin market cap and see if there's any like, is the market cap going up, right? So you slide over here, take a look at your market cap, right? And control copy. Then you go to your Discord, and you can put this in here too. Then you go into the Discord, and when you control copy, you have your market cap. Click here, and then you can paste it right there and just put it in. So now you can see right here. Yesterday at 10 o'clock, we are at 1,192,000,000,000, right?
Yeah.
We're less 24 hours later, right? Which means if I
Yeah.
was looking at Bitcoin and expecting it to push up here without more money is highly unlikely, right? So now
Okay.
what I would be doing is I'm waiting for that market cap to change. But while I'm doing that, I will be looking into the pullback, right? So the pullback we were looking at, if I can figure this out, I'll have to rewrite this one here. This is kind of what I threw together. Remember, it's 3-minute pullbacks with high value, right? So from what I can kind of like see, a 3-minute red moon, red trend, target 200 moving average, right? And then this shows that target was a 400% gain. 3-minute RSI, 30-minute RSI from the top to the bottom, and the 1 hour from the top to the bottom. So let's go look at Bitcoin. So the first thing I want to look at is the 1 hour RSI. Right. So if we take a look at the 1 hour RSI, you can see that we're closing in on a top here. You see that? And if we look here, you have a possible 1 hour green moon here, right? Now what that means is you're probably going to get a pump here to the upside, but that 1 hour is probably going to turn into, as soon as that 1 hour comes back down, right? Because here's your 2 hour, right? There's not a lot of volume. You see the volume's not there. You're going to need some money to start coming into Bitcoin, but it looks like it wants to hit a little bit of a pump here, right? So the next thing is to basically take a look at our daily just to kind of see how the daily is. Look how the daily is oversold. All right, daily is way oversold. So that's not in our favor. The 4 hours in our favor. It's starting up, so that looks good. 3 hour looks good. So I mean, we're going with the RSIs. We have green everywhere. High value, right? We just have to be aware that this probably isn't going to be as strong as we want because the 1 hour is already there, but it can make a run. So now what we need is to play the 30-minute, right? So the first thing I want to do is go see where the pullback was. So go to the 3-minute, right? Remember, the pullback happens what? Pullbacks happen when there's big pumps. They pull back to the 200 moving average, right? So you see here? Yeah.
Oh,
So
yeah.
we had this pullback here, right? So that's one pullback. Now we come across, this is the 3-minute. So right here, we had that second pullback, you see? So currently, we don't have a pullback to the 200. You see that? So this is good. This is good odds here. Let's take a look at this percent. See, this is good odds that it's probably going to push up here, and it's going to at least get a 3 to 4% from this 300 moving average, right? So we could be seeing Bitcoin make a move at least to half of what it normally should do. So Bitcoin's target right now, I would say, is probably in that zone right there. Probably about 31,200. And if it does what it's supposed to do, this would be the target for Bitcoin right there. This little area here. So 2 and 4%. Right. So right now, it doesn't look like there's going to be a big pullback down to that side. You know what I mean? Because it's already pretty much played out that way. So it's a good possibility, and you also have, you know, a good possibility of getting that push before it comes back. Now what you need is basically watching volume, right? So for us, we have everything as far as, yeah, we got everything going in our direction right here. We have positive volume, right? We need a positive volume to be above the 4 line, right? At least the four lines right about here. There's our 4 line right there. We need the volume to be breaking that, and it is, right? So the volume's there for a push, see? That's a good long. And this is our 8 right here. So now we got this section here where we can get this long, and we could, more than likely, we're going to get this little bit of a pump because the 1 hour is already to the top here. You see that? So now if we slide to the 30, see how the 30 minutes already to the top?
Yeah.
So that's kind of the problem for me, is because I got the 30 to the top and the 15's already to the top. Right? So that to me is kind of like looking at the possibility is. First thing I want to do is see the 5-minute pullback. You see how the 5 minutes starting to pull back here?
Yeah.
So I would wait for the 5 minute to kind of set a standard of a bottom. Like either it's going to touch here and then come back up, like kind of come back here and then go on a run. But the 5 minute needs to come back down before we start, looking at this. We definitely want the 15 minute to come back down and reset. And you can see here through all these little pumps, right? So here the 15 minute came down and then we had that big pump. 15 minute came down and right here we had that little pump, see? So all these pumps need the 15 minute to come from the bottom to get any type of real push. You see what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
There's just no volume here. So even though so that's where this is where I would be expecting Bitcoin to fail here. And I think the line it has to break is right here. So this is what we're looking for right here. This is the area. So Bitcoin needs to break through here, then there, and those are the two targets. Break through here, target, right? So let me see. Let me throw on an indicator here. Favorite indicators. There should be. I'm gonna throw smart money concepts on here, right? So on the smart money concepts, you can see that the smart money see how these marks are? So the smart money concepts already have one target right here, which I have hit already. Second target right here already hit probability. And then these are the entry zones, these blue. So right now, here's your entry zone. Here's the first target. And now it's looking for it to get up to 30,000 or 31. But it's already in that zone already. So this is the week low right here. The week low is going to be 30,200. And the strong high is 30,798. So it's already basically saying that this area right here is going to be where it has to break through that little area right there. So what you always want to do, no matter what you do, man, is you want to make sure that you're trading with your 15 minute and positive value, right? So right now we have the 15 minute, right? And we got the positive volume, but we just need the 15 minute to come back down. And that's where we would enter. So when this comes down and starts to go back up, that's the entry.
All right.
Did you want to trade? You want to trade with that 15 minute? No matter what you do.
Oh man, I don't want to be here to have like a line guy and all that bullshit.
You want to play with that line right there. There's your weak highs. But you got to let the 15-minute run through. Now during that 15-minute, that could change and become basically something else, right? Like the volume can disappear. Things can change in a trade. You know what I mean? CDO. You got to mute to talk, CDO. Make sure you guys always put your mute button on the bottom of your phone. But you see what I'm talking about, Lewis?
Yeah.
So now what you're watching. Yo.
This is Gus.
Gus.
Hey, sorry, my man, but I'm at work right now.
You're at work, brother?
Yeah, I'm in my dining rush in the restaurant.
Oh, I
Sorry,
got you,
I'm
brother.
learning, I'm watching.
Yeah, we record this, bro. This is recorded, so this will be in the Academy chat rooms. Did you get your? What's up?
I would love to join a little more, but right now, that's frustrating.
Oh yeah. Plenty of time, bro. I mean, all the videos we put in the VIP chat, bro. So it's whenever you get set up, man. Whenever I think did you get your Cash App yet?
Not yet. I mean, yes, I do. Yes, I
Okay.
did.
Yeah, because it's if you need any help, just let me know. Because we're basically
Okay,
keeping it
that's
simple, man.
yeah,
But
because I love what everybody's talking about, and I have pretty much an idea to what to do because I used to do the futures,
yeah,
but I never trade on the 15 minutes or 3 minutes, and like, let me see.
yeah. You'll learn, bro. You'll learn. Take your time.
But
Plenty
it
of
was
time,
my
guys. Don't rush.
yeah, it was
Plenty
my
of
first
time.
time. Yeah, it was my first time, and I loved what do you talk, how do you talk, and how do you explain the things. So that's super easy.
Yeah,
So
we spend a lot of time. That's why we talk to a lot of people, so we can kind of like get to where we're only talking about what makes sense, right? Because that's kind of like the discussion we had over the last couple of years was how to make it really simple, where it's not like a lot of decisions. It's just simple decisions.
yeah, because I'm using TradingView as well. So I'm pretty familiar with TradingView and the whole system. And
Okay.
yesterday I was doing render, and so I was trying to short render on the 15 minutes,
Yeah, render.
and it was pretty good. You know, just applying what I heard from you. So like,
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, a lot of this stuff is just basics, man. You know,
yes.
I'm glad
And
that's
a
working for you,
question.
brother. Yeah, go ahead.
I have a question. The other day we were talking about. I mean, you were talking about the 100,000 for a year and a
Hmm.
specific amount. But I saw the trade on the 3 minutes and 15 minutes, and I looked the 4 hours.
Hmm.
And what I see sometimes, I mean, sorry, I mean, it gets like a 5%. I go like, what is this he's talking about that 20% movement on those? So I don't know how they work on percentage on crypto because I used to do futures
Yeah.
for
So we're just doing
trades.
so. Yeah. So what we focus on, man, is doing every trade and taking the profits, right? You only need to take 30% profits, right? So you need it to move not 1%, you need to move 0.3%, right? But the trades that we are looking for are trades that do at least 1 to 3%
Oh,
because we're doing
okay.
100x.
Oh, so the 1 to 3%, that means they could be like 10 to 30%.
Oh yeah, man, 300%.
Oh, that's why because I saw when I was doing my trades, like oh they move like 1% or 2% gains.
Yeah, but
So I
when
was
you're
like,
when you're doing the system, you're doing a 50x and a 100x. So you're getting 50 or
oh,
100%.
I mean, bro, I mean, I love this. I love trading. I love this. I
But
mean,
that's why we really focus on taking profits because we're not there for the long haul. We're just there for the profit. So
and when
once you make your profits, you get out of the way.
okay, so you don't let the trade for like the whole day or like overnight. You
Nah,
just do the
you
in and
put
out.
you put your stop loss. If it keeps going, you move your stop loss. But a lot of times you got such high leverage, you've already made 100 to 200%.
Yes. Okay, I got it now. So
Yeah.
as soon as they move, even we can reverse the trade. We can go up
Yes.
and down. Am I right? We can buy and
Yeah.
sell.
Exactly. Yep.
Okay, yeah. Because like I said yesterday, I was falling render, and it's like, oh man, that's a lot of money. But that's not
Yeah.
the 30% one trade. It's like in and out, in and out, in and out.
Yeah.
I got it. I
Because
got
if
it.
you
Oh man.
Yeah, it's and then the system is basically you're doing four trades, getting an average of 30 to 70%. So every four trades, you double your money. And then when you do that
Okay.
twice, you double your bags and then you double your trading amount. So if you have 50, you go to 100 and then you repeat doubling up twice. And then you go from 50 to 100, 100 to 200, double up twice, 2 to 4, double up twice, 4 to 8. Yeah. So that way, when you start getting to your thousand, yeah, it just teaches you how to trade. And then when you get to $1,000 every 30% is $300, right? So that
Yeah.
means, yeah, so that means like if you're sitting there and you're trading, right, you're keeping it very simple. You're not getting too crazy. That means that
Mhm.
$300, right? So if you have $100,000, you divide that by 300. That means you got to do 333 trades, right? So you
Yeah.
divide that by 52 weeks. You know what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
that's pretty
Yeah.
simple, basic. $100,000 divided by $300. You need to make 333 trades, right? That's like one trade a day.
Oh, okay. I like. And for which platform do you use for trading?
MEXC,
If
man.
you don't mind asking.
Yeah, I'll send you the MEXC link, bro. We use MEXC so you can get
Oh,
like
excellent. I'm in
yeah.
California. I think that's doable. That's better than KuCoin.
Yeah, way better, bro. Way better. And sometimes you might have to get a VPN for like you don't need a good VPN. You just need one for like $5. You might even you might have a VPN that comes with your internet. Like I have a VPN that comes with my internet provider
Okay.
and it's free.
Oh, I'm gonna check that one out.
Yeah, so that you just
And
need a VPN.
I just set it up for whoever. I mean, they allow them to do.
Yeah, just put it in Chicago, bro.
Okay.
I'll send you the link right there. I sent you a link, bro.
Okay, yeah, because that one I don't have any Mexi. No, I have a Bitcoin, crypto, Coinbase.
Yeah.
That's the one I pretty much I use for buying or stocking.
Yeah, you're good. I sent it to your message, bro. I got you.
So you're gonna see me a little bit, and probably when I'm gonna get the one that you said, probably the 300s, the Academy, to see,
Ye-
and maybe we can upgrade to the other one.
Yeah, so
Because
if
right
you
now, yes.
yeah, so if you're a new person and you need like a shitload of work, right? You do the other one, man. But it sounds like you've been trading, right? So that we have a normal academy and then we have the boot camp, right? The boot camp is pretty much you get everything locked in. So that's like,
Okay.
yeah, we work on everything when you do boot camp. That's for people that have been, as long as you understand futures and shit like that. Boot camp's where
Hmm.
you want to be.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because like I said, I mean, I've been doing the future for a while,
Yeah.
so I know basically, but no, I wasn't familiar with the 1 or 3. So I usually do the daily, or I was hodling a little more. That's based on support and resistance,
Yeah.
waiting for the move. Okay, but this one I like better because that's
Yeah, quicker money, but you
almost.
can
I
you can
mean,
take that you can take the same concept, add it in there,
mm-hmm.
and that'll
Okay.
that'll get you where you need to be as far as on anything else. So you'll be
Um, and this one is gonna be faster because that's the new technology. We're heading to the bull run, so there's gonna be a lot of money making in this one, better than futures.
oh yeah, no, we'll make I mean you guys will make $15,000 a trade. It's gonna be crazy.
Yeah, no, that. I mean, you had experience. For me, that's the first bull run, and I'm gonna be.
Yeah,
So
it's
you
it,
start.
it's gonna be crazy. Hey Lewis, you
Yeah.
watching that Bitcoin? You see that?
Yeah, yeah. I seen the
Alrighty,
pump.
guys, I'm gonna let you talk. I'm gonna put my mute, but I'm still here, and
I
I'll
got
keep
you,
in touch
bro.
with you. Alrighty, BC. Thank you.
Later,
Stay in
brother.
touch,
We
everybody.
we here, man. You gotta get your butt in there. Get in there. I sent you the Cash
Alrighty,
App link, big dog.
alrighty. We're
Later,
good.
brother.
Thank you, guys.
Good old Gus.
See you. I'm here.
Now you see this? Now this could be that pullback. You see now that it has that push up,
Yeah,
right? You see where you look where it touched. See right there on that line. There's that 1x. See that line I put there? Boom, right on top of it. So now this is where that 3 minute could get a red moon here. This is the high volume pullback, right? So this could bring in here and grab a quick pull zone here. But I mean, as far as everything else looks, man, I mean the volume on it, it just looks like it wants to just work its way up here. So that
cause
next that
remember I had told you I had placed some trades.
yeah, you're in.
Yeah, I made 51% on one, 29% on the other one, and then I had a render long as well, and I made 44%.
I mean, dude, you can't, bro. That's what's up. I mean, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Just stay consistent with just the wins, right? Like, don't worry about those big 100, 200. If you knock out, I mean, that's what it comes down to, bro. Simple shit. Like learning how to fucking just take those fucking trades. And then next thing you know, in a couple months, not even 6, 7 weeks, you're trading with $1,000 bag, $300 for every 30%. You know what I'm saying? You knock that out, you're doing fucking, let's say just 7 trades a week, right? I mean, that's 100 grand a year. And
yeah,
that's just basic. That's 30 to 40%. That's nothing.
yeah. I tried going for the at least 30% win,
Oh yeah.
but
But
if I could hold it for a bit longer,
well, this is your
then
trade. Okay, look. So your trade here, right? So you don't get out of this trade, right? You're in this trade. This is how you close the trade, okay? Because you're in. So this trade, just go to the 3 minute, right? You see the 3 minute?
yeah,
So for you, you're not out of this trade until there's a red moon and a red trend. Red moon, red trend
on the 3 minute.
on the 3 minute.
All right.
So you
Uh,
so this long for you, I mean, a lot of times that's why I say like guys, when you hit your profits in there, right? The more it kind of keeps going up for you. So here, if you have like for me, I would sit there and I would say, all right, I'm gonna set this at 15% profit, right? Because it got to 30 or 40 or whatever. I'm gonna let it keep running because it's still pushing here, and I'm just waiting for at least, if I'm happy where I'm at, I got to see a red moon, right? And if you want to kind of get a little more into it, just go look at the 1 minute and say, all right, I'm gonna get out on a 1 minute red moon, red trend, right? So once you're in that profit zone, once you're in that 50%, then you go 1 minute red moon, red trend.
all right.
Because that takes the emotion out of it. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Start using your indicators for your decision making. All right, 1 minute red moon, 1 minute red trend. You see, we got a red moon, but we never got a red trend.
So it was probably just a slight pullback
Yeah, just a slight pullback.
because it seems to be wanting to head back up again.
Yeah, just a slight pullback. But that's why the indicators just takes it out of your hands. You know what I'm saying? Like you're just red moon, red trend, right? Since you're already really in profits, instead of the 3 minute, you go to the 1 minute.
On the 1 minute.
Now when you're up in the higher levels, right? Let's say you get to the 100% gainer, right? You set your stop loss. Hold on.
Damn, another pump. Yep, it's pumping. You see that?
Yeah, bro. The indicators, bro. I don't. That's what I'm saying. I don't worry about it because it's already like the indicator, the 1 minute red moon, red trend didn't hit, so I don't have to worry about it. You see what I'm saying? That's what makes that very easy to deal with. That way you're not just out there, you're not guessing yourself, you know what I'm saying?
To keep on going. Wants to keep on going.
Yeah, brother, yeah. Until there's a red moon on the 1 minute and a red trend.
I thought, or my, I thought, well, weekends are weekends a bit slower than weekdays? Yeah, huh?
And it's a bit slower because there's not that much money, but I mean it's crypto. It's not like stocks. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So the shit could go either way. That's why you got to put yourself in that position where it's just like, all right, I'm literally, you're just trading off of your indicators. So for you, red moon, red trend. Holy shit, bro. About to hit that. We're about now. I'm just looking at the thing. We're heading out. We're on our way to that 3120. Remember I was talking about 31,200.
Yeah.
So we might get to this next line right here.
You're gonna long it?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, we're rolling through. This is where. So for me, take a look. Go to your 1 minute. Right. Here's your 1 minute pullback. Now things are going good if you're getting a lot of like more volume. Things keep going your way. Right. And what I look for is like the movement of the shorts, right? Like what I'm looking for is my 3 minute movement, right? But we already marked it out. So for us to get the pullback we want, right? The 3 minute pullback is it needs to be at least 2 away from the 3 minute, see? So right now I'm not too worried about a pullback or a short here just because it doesn't have enough volume, it doesn't have enough targets, right? So right now it still looks like it's going to continue to push up because it hasn't got to where it's created enough distance between the 200 moving average. And then once it gets to that higher level and it has the ability to have a pullback, then I'll be looking for that pullback. So right now we're just looking for that higher level, 200.
Why does it only open up one trade?
Hold on. What'd you say?
Why does it open up only one trade?
On which one?
On the futures? You can't open up multiple trades?
Yeah, yeah, you can if you depends on the leverage and what you're doing. You could change it up and get different ones. But sometimes it'll just add to your position. So here I'm gonna take my profit here. It would be 31,100. We'll take 100%. We'll confirm it. Yeah, but other than that, man, I mean, I feel like you're doing really well, man. I feel like you're picking it all up, taking your time. It's very good.
Yeah. It's cause I want to be more involved in it, but sometimes work I get home tired.
You're good, bro. You're not missing nothing, believe me. Right now, you just take your time and learn. Like, keep doing your 30, 40% wins, 30, 40%. When this shit turns on and it becomes in the next, fucking 3, 4 months from now, and this shit starts getting crazy, bro, you make 5 to 15 grand a trade, bro. Right now, there's no money in the market. This is slow volume right now, bro. This is where you
But
want to,
hopefully,
this is where you
hope,
learn. You want to build a
yeah,
mentality. You want to be ready. You don't want to be like just fucking grabbing everything that's going crazy and not knowing when you should sell, right? We know when to sell, right? The real time to sell is when you get a 3 minute red moon and a 3 minute red trend. That's when we really sell. But if you're up and you got good profits, then you go to the 1 minute red moon, 1 minute red trend because you're greedy and you want to keep your money. because you can always buy back in.
Yeah.
I'd rather get out early, have it dump 50%, rebuy back in and make another 50 fucking percent. See, that's why I'm always hitting you up like, yo, bro, where you at? Because this is where you're building your mentality. Like you're just learning how. This is just the basics. When this shit starts making big moves, you'll already be like, man, you'll be calm. You'll be making your trades and be like, boom, I'm waiting for this moon to happen. When I get a red moon on the red trend, I'm out. When this happens, I'm out. That way you're like completely like, you're not, with a chicken with your head cut off, like guessing like, oh, when should I sell? Should I take profits? And then you take profits and it fucking blows up and you're like, damn. And then you buy in and then it dumps and you're like, fuck. Yeah.
Yeah, to be honest, it happened to me a few times already.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that's just my greed getting the best of me, you know?
Mm-hmm. That's
Yeah.
why you use the indicator. 1 minute red moon, 1 minute red trend. Then you get out. 3 minute red
Yeah.
moon, 3 minute red trend. You get out. And if it's a 3 minute red moon, a 3 minute red trend, you don't get back in because why? It's red. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It just stops you from doing dumb shit like that. You start looking around and you're like, all right, well, hold on. Is this going to keep going up? Let me look at the 5 minute. Well, the 5 minutes at the top. Okay. 15 minutes at the top. This thing's pumping right here. 30 minute, we just got positive green volume. This looks good, man. 45 minute, pushing to the top. I'm good. My 1 hour, still pushing to the top. We should have a little pullback in a little bit. We just got a 1 hour green moon. That's what we were looking for. All right. The next thing is the 2 hour green moon, which is about to hit here. And that's going to be a big explosion. And then that's where I'm going to really start taking profits. Because after a
Oh,
two
yeah.
hour, yeah, after a 2 hour green moon, a lot of times it pulls back because everyone takes their profit and then it pushes back up to the 3 hour. So as soon as that 2 hour hits, that's where I'm going to take my profit and then I'm going to wait for the pullback and then I'll get back in and get the 3 hour and then, you know what I'm saying? So the 2 hour will probably get up to this area here and then pull back and then the 3 hour will push up and then we'll have that final blow off top. Simple.
Where do you see Bitcoin in the next year or so?
I mean, shit, Bitcoin easily go to 65,000. So the halving is going to put it where it's going to have a big blow off run. So 65 to 80,000. Right? You got to remember there's no money. We're still in a recession. So 65 to 80. It'll pull back, settle around 60, 50 to 60. And then that's when institutions will start. You got to remember it's like building a floor, right? Right now we're digging that. It's like building a house. Right now we're digging out the basement. We still got to lay concrete. Once we lay the concrete, this is the next run, and we put that first floor in, then Bitcoin will have a first floor. So it'll push up to that second floor and then come back to the first floor. And then boom, it'll make it next move. Like it's got about 3 years to 150,000, bro.
Yeah, because right now with the ETFs,
Yeah, but see
and
that everybody has to remember the ETFs, though that's not good for crypto. It's good for crypto that all it's good for is trading. ETFs just when people tell me there's an ETF, that just means that the fucking hedge funds are going to pump and dump the markets. That's what they do. That's what Vanguard, Citi, that's what they do. When they have an ETF, right? Here's what they do, bro. Here's how it works. So when you have Vanguard and you have Citadel and they have BlackRock, BlackRock's responsible for people's money. So here's what they do. They get all this money. They got $9 trillion and they invest it in shit, right? But they don't invest in anything that's not going to make money. So what do? They come out and they create a soybean ETF. And everyone's like, damn, soybeans? and people start buying soybeans, right? But BlackRock already bought the stock. And then once people start buying into the stock and they make their 30%, 40% on their money, 7% for their customers, 27% for themselves, then they sell all the fucking soybean stocks. And that shit goes to hell. And everyone's like, oh my God, I lost everything. And his buddy, the neighbor's like, well, I had BlackRock, man. They made me money. I'm like, I should put my money with BlackRock, right? Just like they do the fucking, you remember when everybody was drinking soy milk? They're like, yo, soy milk, man, the greatest shit ever. Or almond milk, what the fuck ever it was. And they had a big ass pump, right? They created the fucking ETFs, and they own a company, the fertilizer companies, and they cut off the deliveries and shit, and all of a sudden all that shit tanked. They own, so when you're BlackRock and you're Citadel, you own, and Vanguard, you own the companies that supply the companies. So if you want a stock to crash, you just stop the fucking supply. So once the stock crashes, then they come back, rebuy all the shit and go, hey, don't worry about it. We believe in you. You guys are great. And then they start talking about it. All right. What do they say? Oh, Vanguard bought a bunch of wheat farms today. And everyone's like, oh shit, I better buy into wheat. And everyone starts dumping their money into it, right? So all they're going to do here is go, yeah, BlackRock's getting an ETF, right? BlackRock's already buying all the Bitcoin. They already own it. That's what the fuck they do. They have an ETF, right? They're going to turn around, own their shit, and now they're going to start talking about it. And people are going to start buying it right now. And all they're going to do is let it pump. They'll take their money in, let it pump, and then when it gets to the top, they're going to fucking dump it. Because their job is to, just like I teach you guys to take 30% every time and go home, they do the same fucking thing, bro.
Yeah, right now on one of the longs, I'm almost up 100%.
Yeah, simple shit, bro. Now you got to realize these guys are fucking around with $2 trillion. If they make 40% on 2 trillion and they only have to give away 10% to their people, do you think they give a fuck?
It's a lot of money.
Yeah, they're not fucking around, bro. All the ETF for Bitcoin means is that it's going to pump and dump, bro. So there's still a big ass pump and dump coming, and then another bigger pump and dump. And then once it settles and people can't take it anymore, then they'll come in and start buying the scraps. Like, don't worry about it, we got you. Just like they did the housing, right? What they do? The housing bubble came in 2008, fucked it over, came back down. They came in, bought it up, sold it all. What they do this year? People started making crazy money. So what do? They went out and started buying all the houses and then upping the prices so you had to pay even more. And they kept going and they kept going until everyone was fucking, I couldn't afford to buy it. And then what happened when you couldn't afford to buy a house? You had to rent the fucking house. Who you rented from? BlackRock. Bro, these guys are masters at money, bro. Do you understand?
They make money everywhere.
Everywhere, bro. They control the markets. Bro, you should be up like 200% right now, dog. 150.
105.
But that's why I'm trying to teach you guys. In order to beat it, you have to do what the whales do, right? This is business, bro. Right? So it's about investments, right? That's what people don't get. It's about investing, right? If you can have $1,000 and you make $300, 30% on every trade, right? That's $300. To make 100 grand a year, you take 100 grand, divide it by $300. That means you have to do 334 trades. 334 trades. That's what you need to do. You divide that by how many days in a year, babe? 365? That means you have to do one trade a day. Which means that if you every day that you made one or two trades when you weren't working, right? That means you have to do 2 trades every other day, which equals to 3 days a week you have to trade. So 3 times 52 weeks a year, that means you have to find 156 days a year to make 3 trades. This trade right here, right? You just made 100%. Your job If you had $1,000 in here, you're up $2,000, right? Your job is to make $30, but you made 1,000. You made 100%. So what does that mean? That means you made 30%, 30%, 30%. So this one trade is equal to 3 trades. So you're done for the week. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You don't have to push this shit to be $100,000. You don't need to push this shit to get rich, bro. You just need
It's
to
addicting though. It's addicting.
Yeah, but see that's why we have the indicators. That's why we have the system. Right? Because you get in when the indicators tell you to get in, and you get out when the indicators tell you to get out. It's addicting, but you also have a system that you're following. So now as you move along, it's like, okay, I gotta wait for this to happen. And that's what you do. You wait for the shit to happen. You know, that's kind of like the entire purpose of it is like, you know, taking your profits, getting where you're supposed to be. And you just get so good at it that you're just like, all right, I'm getting. You can be addicted to wanting to trade all day long, but when you have the indicators, it makes you wait for your indicators. Like, all right, man, I got to trade, and then you find the indicators, and the indicators say that yeah, you can do this trade, and then once you're in that trade, you're like, all right, I'm going to get out when this is a red moon, red trend, and you just sit there, and that's it. You just work on it. Here we got a red moon on the 1 minute. See how we got a 1 minute red moon? Now, if it's a 1
Yeah.
minute red trend, then we start thinking about getting out of there. But see, the secret is the more times you see this happen, the more times you're also like, man, I was up 100%. I should just took that 100%. So you start teaching yourself to be addicted to taking that 100%. Like boom, boom, boom. You get addicted to profits.
Yeah.
Everything's a drug, bro. You just got to decide what drug you want. You want the winning drug or you want the losing drug?
The winning.
Yeah, that's even better. When you can take that 100%, get out. Wait for the next trade. 100%, get out. Next trade. 100%, next trade. 100%, next trade. Next thing you know, you're just fucking boom, boom, boom. And then you're like, fuck it, I'm doing $2,000 a trade. So now instead of $300, I'm making 600 fucking bucks. Now I'm making 200,000 a year. And I'm not doing any more risk. I'm not doing anything crazy. I'm doing exactly what I'm supposed to do. That's the beauty of it. You're not guessing out there. You're doing what you're supposed to do based on your indicators. It is exactly what it is. Your job as the guy, the controller of the indicator, your job is to hit stop loss at 30% and 50% and 100%. Your job is to take the money. That's all it is. You know, once you get in that 100%, you can turn around and put your stop loss at the 40% and be like, all right, I'm putting a stop loss at 40%. Anything goes wrong here, I'm walking away with 40% anyways. Good fucking job, Jimmy. Very simple to do. Right? And then eventually you get to the point where you're like, you know what? I get to 100 a lot. And then it comes back down. You're going to realize that every coin, but you got to remember there's a bunch of guys just like you who have put money in. And once they got to 100%, they sold because they wanted that money. So you start to realize that, you know what, people take profits. And then you start being that guy that says, all right, every time I get to 50%, I'm taking 75% profit. The next time it pulls back, I'll buy back 10%. The next time that gets to 50%, I'm taking 75% profit. If it ever pulls back, I'll put in 10%. And you just work your money back and forth over and over. And then eventually you just become the guy that's like, yo, 50 to 100%, I'm taking that money.
Yeah. To be honest, sometimes like I'll take a trade and let's say I'll pretty much get out like at 50%, and bam, as soon as it gets out, I get out. It ends up shooting up, but then I'm like, you know what? Profits are profits. No one has ever gone broke taking profits.
Exactly. Exactly. And this is where you can just tell yourself, like, all right, 1 minute, 1 minute red moon, 1 minute red trend. And that's your system. 1 minute red moon, 1 minute red trend. That's what you do. 1 minute red moon, 1 minute red trend. That way you get to push it a little bit, and then you get to see how your profits go.
Hey guys, this is Gus again.
What up, baby?
Hey, I love what you say right now to take your profits